Hello everybody, it is Nicole from iiKiui, and today we are drawing Zero and Yuki from Vampire Knight. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. Last week I asked for suggestions on characters, so the top 4 options are available for voting this week. I did notice that many of you suggested Lollyrock, so I'm definitely interested to see what you guys pick this week for the next video. As always, be sure to vote by either replying to my comment or voting in your own or on Instagram. So as I said earlier, we are drawing Zero and Yuki, and you guys wanted me to draw these two, but please keep in mind that I never watched or read the series, so this is based mainly on the images and references that I found online. One of the main disadvantages to drawing unfamiliar characters is that I feel like that they feel static since I don't know their personality and I put them in a pose where they're kind of neutral. Also, from most of the reference photos, they weren't smiling, so I gave them more of a serious look. And when sketching out the entire thing, the uniform was definitely the most challenging, just because there were so many lines and small details that I never really noticed before, like these little diamond shapes in the corners of the lines on the uniform. I can't imagine drawing it over and over, so huge props to the artists and animators that draw and animate it. As for the coloring, choosing colors was relatively easy because there wasn't a lot of colors to choose from, since the uniform is black and white. Someone did leave a comment suggesting a white uniform, albeit for another character, but during the research I found that Yuki wears a white uniform later. Originally I was going to put them both in black since it seemed to be iconic for them, but I felt like a lot of black on black would be difficult to see and differentiate between the two. So to add contrast, I put Yuki in the white uniform, even though it's the wrong hair because I read that she has long hair in her white uniform, but I wanted to keep it short since I liked how it turned out when I drew it and I feel like it's more recognizable for her character to me. Also, I'm not entirely sure if the armband is on the white uniform too, but I did find a picture from I think the manga artist with Yuki in a white uniform with an armband, and I already drew it and I was kind of proud of it, so I didn't really want to erase it. Hopefully it's not too significant and I didn't just make a huge mistake. As for the line art, many of the details were done in the line art phase, like the black lines on Yuki's uniform and Zero's tattoo. I just felt like it would look cleaner if I did it in pen instead of marker, since sometimes I don't really have great control over the markers and they can bleed a little bit. So since it was black anyways, I felt like using a pen would just give me more control. Overall, there are things that I definitely like and dislike about this drawing. I really like how both their hair and uniforms turned out, just because there was so much detail, and I think that it looks pretty accurate to the show or the manga. I'm also happy with how Zero turned out in terms of his face and body shape, just because you guys know that I don't really draw a lot of guys, and they're still challenging to me, but because you guys are kind of forcing me to draw them, I am getting a little bit better every single time. One thing I don't like about this drawing is how static the poses are, as I mentioned earlier, because I don't really know their personalities or their relationship, even though I think they end up together. I'm not really sure what poses to put them in, so they're kind of in a neutral standing pose. I also don't really like how Zero's legs turned out. I think it's because his leg is kind of chopped off by Yuki's leg and it looks like he has a really skinny leg, but it's just behind her leg. but it just gives a weird illusion. And I also don't really like how their hands turned out. I don't know why, but when I was drawing this piece, the hands were such a struggle, and I just kind of went to these hand poses and I gave up afterwards after they looked okay. But even with both likes and dislikes, I still like how this turned out in general. I think it was very interesting to see how such a different manga style or anime style would translate into my style, and I just like how they turned out. So anyways, let me know what you guys think, and be sure to vote for the next characters you want me to draw. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified of when I post a new video. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!